Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So I mean, I think we should be winning this war soon, right? I mean, we've kicked Japan. Well, we've almost kicked Japan out of Korea. Almost. You know, we're getting there slowly but surely. Like, once we take Busan, I don't think there's really too much they can do there. I'm hoping, right? How's the rest of the army going? I mean, Red Army, they've been pushed back a little bit, but it's not that bad. Again, like, the Federal government's not going to uncapitulate themselves, which is one of those things that you sometimes have to worry about. Yeah, make sure, yeah, we need to take the supply hub back. Take Busan, naval invasion of the China plain. We don't got to worry about that either, because we have troops in the area, right? I can't see them doing too much to actually threaten us. Go right up to the border with the Trans-Siberian Republic. Take what we can from them. Maybe, no non-aggression pacts. Because I need to take your stuff. Please and thank you. I need your stuff. But I'm wondering... Well, the thing is, like, until we actually have signed the peace agreement with Japan, I can't really afford to send troops to deal with any of the other cliques right now. It's just not viable. Okay, they've canceled our land lease, and you know what? That's completely reasonable. Okay, Japanese troops are trying to land. But we have troops. Yeah, a complete repulsion of the Japanese invasion. Excellent. Give me 42 rifles. Honestly, they're not that expensive. And you know what? Sure, just give me a light tank manufacturer. I mean, we're not going to spend our political power on anything else. So you might as well get these notifications off my screen. And we take you. And if we can just take this railroad right here, then they will not have supplies. They won't have railroads to get the supplies to their troops in the field. And that is good for us. Okay, Paris has fallen? Damn. Is the Reichspakt actually doing really well this campaign? Oh, they're actually doing fantastic. Good on Germany for not completely shitting the bed for once. Keep pushing. All of you push your way to this tiny island. Get all the Japanese troops out of here. Italy's joined an Bund. I'm going to see if we can take this railroad. Because again, if we take that railroad, it's basically game for them. Okay, 95, 92. It is a straight crossing. That can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Our supplies. I mean, I know supplies aren't good. The United States have capitulated. Washington, D.C. has fallen. All of you support Red Army in this. Yeah, all of you support Red Army. Cover their base if you can. Sweden's fallen. And Ireland's fallen. I mean, the Internationale is doing pretty good in Northern Europe. They're doing pretty bad in France because they're... I mean, how did France do so poorly? I'm genuinely stunned that they've collapsed so hard. I mean, how many units does Germany have? A ton, actually. Okay, fair enough. I'm just... They usually do better than this, right? So I don't know really what's going on in the Ottoman Empire right now. It's a little bit of a mess. Okay, you guys will collapse any second. And I still want to make sure we just take this rail line, we cut off all supplies going to any troop in Manchuria. They're going to be having a sad time. And now... Yeah, I mean, there's no way for any of these units in the interior to get supplies. We can already see now they're getting the red skulls of sadness. The Qing election of 1940. The time has come for the long-promised election. Since the turmoil of provisional government following the Manchu coup has finally eased into provincial stability, while there are concerns of multiple political parties running, the only real contender is the NCERA. In light of the clear success in reforming Chinese politics and restoring our nation's greatness. While there might be a few accusations of corruption, it's hardly a novelty for China, and can anyone deny the NCERA deserved another victory? Okay, so we've won our election. Let's move our way right up to the border of Vladivostok. Yeah, and eventually, all these... you have a heavy tank? It's a crack unit? Hell yeah, okay. Yeah, low supply is already affecting them. I mean, I guess maybe they're still getting supplies from Harbin. I mean, that's not impossible. If you can take Harbin, then they won't even have like a major city to gain supplies from. And you guys, for now, White Army, I'm gonna have you be just a defense of Korea and like southern and southern Manchuria. You can move here. The Latching election. Clearly, the NCRA has proved triumphant over all obstacles in its path to reunite, reform, and reassert China greatness. They only need one more election to consolidate their power over the renewed Qing Empire. So, political power minus 150. NCRA becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. Change of authoritarian democracy, 45%. The new order. So, the NCRA has decided that they no longer... They've just... Okay. With the regime solidified, we find ourselves not a party to be compromised or haggled with, but obeyed and groveled to. This is not gonna notice to the assembly either. Already, party officials outside the NCRA have been cowed into silence or brought on board into the new ruling order of the day. You can get the social liberals to join our party. So you're the same group. Sure, they can join us. So they decentralized local rule. No, so they do a slightly different administration of Puupi work come back to prominence. Popular among middle class urban intellectuals, the NCRA want to see an end to warlords and foreign influence in China. You say, with the full unification of the empire, new cascade problems present itself to the NCERA. I have not unified the empire. That's definitely not true. Okay, so you've gone authoritarian. So you're authoritarian democratic, but you're still, I think you're still social democratic in policy. I'm not too sure. I guess you're authoritarian social democrats, if that makes sense. At least that's what I think they're aiming for. So I think Red Army can probably make a little bit of pushback. I'm surprised that we haven't had the peace event with Japan yet. I thought at this point we would. How are you guys doing for troop movements? Let's see if we can just like take more and more supply hubs from you. I mean, we can maybe take this province. We'll get a supply hub here as well. I just don't see like where you're getting your supplies from, because I feel like you really shouldn't have any. And maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I don't feel like I am. I mean, you can't capitulate a second time. Well, I mean, you could, but you have to uncapitulate yourself first, which is not happening. So take here, take a couple of northern cities as well. Papal States has capitulated. You know, I'm kind of surprised by that. I thought they were... Oh, you've encircled me. Well, I mean, that's less than ideal, to be completely honest with you. Estonia's capitulated. I mean, we'll be able to take this area back without too much difficulty. You can hold your grounds. Taking Jilin. Move you here, move you here. What do we want after you? I guess we can eradicate the concessions. We'll see how that kind of goes. Okay, Red Army, I think you've already are What I want to see, we're gonna turn off. I'm gonna tag as Japan. How long until they capitulate? 18 days. Okay. I really wish it showed on what is it? DNG? What does it take for the Qing? It is. I have to go to the load screen. It would tell me. It's QIE. Okay. Oh, I guess for Qing Empire. By the way, like, question: where are you getting your supplies from? From here. How does that supply all these units? I don't know. I don't feel like it should, but okay. We'll turn the AI back on. So it's okay. So we have 18 days, and then that should force the peace event, and then we can focus on reclaiming the rest of China. Okay, so we're holding Harbin. We've already taken again most of the major cities here. Yeah, everybody else, you really just need to hold position. There is no reason to be taking higher casualties now than you need to. This is a time of... Why are you going up? Like, this is not a coastline, right? Like, as long as if I'm not mistaken, this area up here isn't a coast. It's like a mountain. I mean, I guess a mountain can be a coast. Like, they're not necessarily mutually exclusive, but it's not really what I think of when I think of a coastline. I think we can maybe actually get like a little encirclement here. Not that I think we'll be able to just get rid of any more. I mean, if I was Japan, I'd be getting all my units out of here via Vladivostok and bringing them back to Tokyo, which is maybe what they're trying to do. I can't quite tell. Japan asks for peace. After getting pushed back out of Dalian, Pyongyang, and Seoul, and with their army routed, the cowardly Japanese nations contacted us asking for peace. All they're capable of now is attempting to blockade the whole East Coast with their navy. Not an easy task. Actually, it's very easy for the Imperial Japanese Navy to do that. Seeing their limited potential for success, Japan public opinion, pushed on by the failures of the army, is pressing the government to sign a peace and bring what remains of their army back home. Considering our navy inferiority, it would be wise for us to accept Japan's terms. Yes, they can go back to the pathetic home islands. At the end of the Second Sino-Japanese War, the War of 1894 to 1895 had been a humiliating defeat for our nation. Now the Japanese aggression had finally been driven out, and we have finally avenged our fallen brothers of the First Sino-Japanese War. No more shall we allow foreign imperialist powers to meddle in the affairs of our proud nation, nor more China shall be subjugated, for we will be the masters of our own destiny. Okay, so Japan is completely pieced out of China here. The defending government should collapse at midnight tonight. I said that they should collapse at midnight tonight. I mean, you're already capitulated, guys. The corruption of Tianjin. The legation council has gone bankrupt, spelling an end to the international mandate. Now, as Shanghai develops into street fights and chaos, the outlying cities of the mandate are left unprotected. In Tianjin, rioters and gangs have mostly been suppressed, and the city police are slowly regaining control, aided by the Japanese and the prominent triads, all of whom are trying to secure the city for one faction or another. Still, they can hardly put any support or put up any opposition to the occupation from the mainland. Should we reclaim Tianjin for China? Absolutely. It's vulnerable, take it. That actually is a very nice city for us to control. And the end of the international mandate. Today, August 8th, 1940, the High Commissioner Katsuo Osakati formally disbanded the Council for the International Mandate for the Chinese concessions and proceeded to a ceremony with Chai Shi-yun, where he entrusted his authority over the cities of the former mandate to his government and a rifle. And wait, what is that? Is that you? One second. No. Is he? Wait, who is this? It's you. He's gonna take all the cities. Okay. A ceremony with Shi-yun, where he trusted his authority over the cities of the former mandate to his government and the rifled China in perpetuity. He then was relieved of his duties and returned to the embassy to make the journey back home to find what employment the new regime could provide for him. Over the next days, countless Europeans will doubtlessly follow him, for it is the end of an age to be sure. But we have every hope that Shanghai will prosper as part of reunified China. Again, we're not unified even remotely. Not even a little bit. But sure, we'll destroy the leftist. I mean, Macau and Hong Kong are still controlled by Entente forces. Okay, Korean army, it's time for us now to start preparing for more wars. I'm gonna bring you to go to war with Macleek. And then White Army, your job will be to push your way, I guess, against Hunan and the Chongqing federal government. Okay, so you guys get in position now. I'm guessing this might be a little bit messed up because they were in a faction. They got kicked out of the faction. It might have made it a little bit messy. At 20%. Even though I feel like we have the exact same cities we did the first time we capitulated them, but maybe I'm missing one somewhere. Okay, well, let's push our way up north. We defaulted on foreign. Okay, no, we've stopped defaulted on foreign debt. Excellent. Okay, give me more military factories. Build them here. And we resistant to occupation in a lot of the north. We'll integrate Taiwan. We'll integrate Taijin. Can we use Taiwan as a naval invasion platform to invade southern China? Also, I should. Okay, yes. We have, okay, bring all of you into the fold. I don't think we care about... I guess we can take your navy as well. I think, is it the first time at Kaiserreich we've actually used this peace event? I think so. Submit our demands. There shouldn't be anything left to do, so we can confirm an exit. Is it a time to return to Beijing? With our victory complete, the time has come to return to capital Beijing. However, the unification of Wuchang, Hakao, and Haiyun under one administration or brief cannot be easily undone. We never... Did we unify Wuchang? Or Wuhan? I don't remember that. When did we move our capital? I mean, no, yeah, the capital will be in Beijing. I don't know when we had our capital in Wuhan. Okay, so we're going to bring these units down south. Red Army, you're going to go on the border just with Chongqing. We're going to set Brown Army to be on the southern front. You push your way down south. We're going to have Purple Army on the northern front. Like, the thing is that my army is battle-hardened. The rest of China, for the most part, our armies didn't really do too much. And we're in a great position right now. But I think with the defeat of the Japanese and unification of Manchuria with Beijing, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.